It is Tuesday. We're back at it. We're going to work hard today. We're going to change things up. Normally we don't work hard on Tuesdays, but what the heck, every once in a while. 5th day of August 2025. I am Dan Kuntz. Happy Election Day. Now, for a lot of people in our viewing area, you don't have anything to decide, especially in Douglas County. They only mailed out about 1,500 ballots because that's all, if you have to live in the jurisdiction where you have to make a decision on this primary election day. So if you are voting today, vote early and vote often. No, I'm just kidding. Don't forget to vote because that's it. Ballot boxes close at 8 o'clock. We'll talk about that a little bit in the news. It is 64 degrees right now. It's fairly cloudy. It's about 70% cloud cover, at least here in the Wenatchee Valley. As the day progresses, the clouds will be thinning out and getting out of here. We'll have quite a bit of sunshine for the balance of the day today. And then we're going to have very un-August-like weather for Wednesday and Thursday. The forecast is a little different from what it was yesterday. It's going to be a little cloudier, a better chance of rain on Wednesday and Thursday, and quite cool for August, and then summer will be back just in time for the weekend. Forecast details are on the way. A lot of news to get to. Another busy Monday for the crew. Thank goodness we have people who know what they're doing. I'm not among them. Mariners did not play yesterday. They had the first day off in 17 days. They played 17 games in 17 days. They had yesterday off. They could use the breather. White Sox are in town. We'll preview that. The Apple Sox just took it to the Kelowna Falcons last night, rolled right over them, 13-3. The playoffs are set. The 4 teams in the north and the 4 teams in the south are locked in for the WCL playoffs, for the West Coast League playoffs, where everybody lands. That's another story altogether. We'll give you some details on that. And if you've ever wanted to be a master gardener, as certified by the Washington State University Master Gardener Program, you can do it, but you have to sign up this month. The deadline is the end of August, so we went up to the community education garden there on Western to talk to Marco Martinez. He is the coordinator for the WSU Master Gardeners Program, and our friend Bonnie Orr, who's been a master gardener for forever. It seems like, put this in perspective, when Bonnie Orr first became a master gardener, Elvis was still dead. That's how long she's been a master gardener. So if you've ever wanted to do it, and it's a pretty cool deal, we'll give you all the details in the back half of the program. Let's see what's happening out there with our cameras. They're fired up and they're ready to go. There you go. There are the clouds. It's quite comfortable. It's 64 degrees, very little wind. We hit 86 yesterday, 3 degrees below normal. Our normal high is 89, so we're just a little cooler than that yesterday. We're going to be a lot cooler than that on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be about that 86-degree temperature today because we are going to see quite a bit of sunshine. Not going to be even close to our normal high on Wednesday and Thursday, and quite a bit of cloud cover as well. Our second camera will take us to trucks on the road. That's got to be Valley High. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm assuming that's Valley High along Blewett Pass. I think that's the DOT building there on Highway 97 on Blewett Pass, where they have all the sanders and stuff like that and snow plows. I think that's it. I know that's the Valley High camera because I recognize it, but that's zoomed in pretty good. Sunrise this morning was at 5:45. Sunset tonight 8:28. That's 14 hours and 43 minutes of daylight. Today will be 2 minutes and 47 seconds shorter than Monday. Put this in perspective. So today, 14 hours and 43 minutes of daylight, 14 hours, 43 minutes. Less than a month ago, on July 9th, we had 15 hours and 43 minutes. So we've lost an hour of daylight in less than a month. It's that time of the year. Our third camera, I don't know until Josiah pulls it up, is Slide Ridge, high above the south shore of Lake Chelan. A spectacular view there. That is a lot of property we're looking at. There's Roses Lake and Wapato Lake and Manson Lake. Is that the 3 lakes? I think it is. Wapato Point sticks right out. You can't miss that. You can see the state park on the right-hand side of your screen. It's pretty cloudy up there. Just like us down here, Chelan, you will see some sunshine by mid to late morning and quite a bit of sunshine by the time we get to the afternoon. And no real wind today, too, by the way. And our fourth camera, that's a cool view. I really like that. Blag Mountain, I'm pretty sure that's Blag Mountain. I know that area pretty well. High above Peshastin, one of our higher peaks. That's how the Sky-Fi system works. The higher up you are, the better off you are. It's technology that just blows me away that you can get high-speed internet and live out in the middle of nowhere as long as you have a line of sight to one of the towers. you're in like Flynn. That's Leavenworth, by the way, off in the distance. It's Tuesday. We always check in with our friends at the Climate Prediction Center. Today is no exception. This is Sunday through Thursday. So this kicks going on August 10th and goes through August 14th, which is the middle of the month. And as you can see, we're leaning pretty good at seeing temperatures above normal. It looks like we're in for a warm spell. That is the long-term forecast, by the way. Really hot on the California-Oregon border and up in the northeast quadrant, up in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut. You're going to be scorching hot, too. But at least Montana gets a little relief. So everybody is going to be probably at least a little bit above normal, if not a lot above normal. That's temperature-wise. Same time period, precipitation, pretty dry. It's August, unless we get pop-up thunderstorms, so it's usually fairly dry. Again, this is next week. This starts on Sunday, because we have a chance of showers tomorrow and tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. Not a big chance, but it's out there. But once we get to that period that you see on your screen, we are going to be drying out. From the National Weather Service, pretty quiet today. Cloudy this morning, sunshine this afternoon. We'll get up to about 86 degrees, which is what we got to pretty much yesterday. And then the system comes in. It's not packing a big punch, but it's going to bring some considerably cooler temperatures to our area. We have a slight chance of some showers tonight. Wednesday's chance of rain is at 40%. It's going to be cloudy all day Wednesday, and that's why we're only going to get to 73 degrees. A pop-up thunderstorm late in the afternoon into the early evening hours on Wednesday night, not out of the question. The chance of rain Thursday night goes from 40% to 30%, and we'll dip down to about 60 degrees. Thursday, sunshine, very pleasant, but a high of only 77 as this cool air seeps down. That's why we're only going to be to 73 and 77. And then we're going to get warm again. Lots of sunshine Friday, 86 or so, and we'll be into the 90s by Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, as you saw from the Climate Prediction Center. But it's going to be pretty cool. It's not going to feel like August at all once we get to tomorrow and Thursday, but August will be back with a vengeance in time for the weekend. The news is next, and it's just 2 minutes away, so grab your cup of coffee and come right back, and we'll do it. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Tour Moses Lake just a gas tank away. With its abundance of outdoor activities, Moses Lake is a great place to visit. From fishing and boating to exploring the city's attractions, there is no shortage of things to do. Whether you're enjoying any one of the variety of restaurants with the family or an adventure-filled day with friends, Moses Lake has something for everyone. TourMosesLake.com and start your adventure today.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
Quite a bit of cloud cover, 64 degrees. We'll see some sunshine by the time we get to the afternoon. Mid-80s or so, big cool down with lots of clouds tonight, all day Wednesday. Sunshine back on Thursday, hot by the time we get to the weekend. It's 10 minutes after the hour. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting that apparently happened on Saturday at the Shell gas station in Desert Air. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, they say it was about 5:30 on Saturday afternoon when deputies received a call saying that someone had been shot at the gas station. When deputies arrived on the scene, they located the 22-year-old man from Mattawa with life-threatening injuries. The man was transported to an undisclosed hospital for treatment of those injuries. The Sheriff's Office says that detectives have gathered evidence and will continue to investigate. One of the last defendants in a 2024 shooting incident in Bridgeport is expected to enter a guilty plea in Douglas County Court. 23-year-old Isaac Garcia Ramirez is one of 3 brothers arrested after shots were fired from a passing vehicle at a residence near Richards Avenue and Highway 173. Nobody was injured. Garcia is charged with first-degree assault and related weapons offenses. One of Garcia's brothers was sentenced in December to a drug treatment option. Another brother faces charges in Okanogan County, and a 4th man, 28-year-old Rosendo Saucedo, pleaded guilty last fall to charges including drive-by shooting and was sentenced to 4.5 years. Isaac Garcia is expected to accept a plea deal before Judge Brian Huber on August 25th. 4 homes were lost Sunday in the Brooks Tract fire near Omak. The fire just east of the city along the Okanogan River was reported about 3:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon near Brooks Tract Road and is swept east along Highway 155. Authorities quickly ordered level 3 evacuation notices in the fire's path. Fire managers said it destroyed 4 homes and an unknown amount of outbuildings. Temporary shelters were open for those displaced by the emergency, and a state mobilization brought fire resources from outside the area. Roads and highways in the area have now reopened after being closed by fire activity. All the evacuation levels now have been lowered to level 1. A Chelan man is seeking millions from Chelan County, claiming prosecutors withheld evidence that proved his innocence of rape and assault charges. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, reports that Darren D. Hunter last week filed a $5 million tort claim for wrongful imprisonment, among other grievances. Hunter was arrested in July of 2023 after a woman, a police informant, told sheriff's deputies that he had raped and assaulted her. All the charges were eventually dismissed about a year after his arrest. But in the meantime, Hunter spent 4.5 months jailed at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center and another 200 days under house arrest. His attorneys claim that prosecutors withheld video footage and DNA evidence that would have exonerated him. A tort claim is a precursor to a formal lawsuit. Speaking of lawsuits, Chelan County says it will appeal a judge's ruling that requires the county jail to continue to house detainees arrested by the Wenatchee Police Department. Judge Travis Brandt ruled last month that Chelan County cannot terminate its jail contract with the city until it undergoes arbitration to settle the disagreement. Wenatchee filed a lawsuit against the county back in March, saying the Chelan County Regional Justice Center was improperly refusing to book many inmates brought in by city police on low-level offenses. Chelan County's Board of Commissioners sought to cancel the contract by the end of this month, but Brandt's ruling keeps that agreement in place. Chelan County filed a notice on Friday that it will ask the Washington State Court of Appeals to review Brandt's decision. No hearing date on that matter has been set yet. The former Planned Parenthood clinic at 900 Ferry Street has a new tenant, Chelan Douglas Volunteer Attorney Services. They're a nonprofit legal aid foundation. They help clients with civil cases who might otherwise not be able to afford an attorney. The agency does not deal with criminal matters, but it does offer legal advice on matters ranging from divorce to eviction. Its new headquarters is a $1.5 million commitment. We spoke with Eloise Barches, the executive director, to learn more about the organization and their new home.
We are a civil legal aid organization. Our organization serves folks who are low income, and specifically for our organization, have a case in or live in Chelan or Douglas County and have a lower income. And these are civil matters that are not historically offered any legal assistance, right? If you're in a family law case or you're getting divorced, you don't have the right to an attorney. And in the defense and in criminal cases, folks have a right, you have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney. So we're offering a service that doesn't exist really. I mean, and it's free, and it's offered by attorneys, volunteer attorneys. And in 2002, Russ Vidal and the Bar Association took this on and said, let's create an organization, a nonprofit that will carry this mission forward. So it's grown a lot since then. We just have about 50 to 55 folks that are just regular folks, regular volunteers. Some donate their time once a year. Some are here once a month. So there isn't a set requirement. It's really what's the person's motivation and inspiration is. And then the other piece that's a little bit unique and part of our growth is we also have some contracted attorneys, because we can't have a walk-in clinic every Tuesday now from 2 to 4. We can't have a walk-in clinic every Tuesday and count on volunteers. So we have a contracted attorney that we pay to spend that time to ensure that we always have, and that person's bilingual. And we always have 2 people here, so that's a great thing. And we have a couple of contracted attorneys that we work with. And the state also gives us some funding around eviction defense because of the new law. So eviction defense and right to counsel are also contracted attorneys. Family law is a big area for us to offer support. So there's examples where, there might be a mother, for example, a mother of a couple of children, and they no longer want to be in that relationship. They may or may not have had an income or a job. So they're coming to us without income or very low income, possibly supporting their children, and they want to get out of that relationship, but they want to get out of it fair and equitably. And so that's an example. Housing is another big area. So folks who are facing eviction, disputes with the landlord, sometimes they haven't gotten their damage deposit back. And so we're able to guide them, and sometimes our attorneys will then just draft a letter reminding the landlord what the law is. So that's another example. And we also facilitate what's called an eviction defense clinic. And that's for folks who have gotten the notice of, like, you have 30 days to leave or 20 days to pay or vacate, right? So there's that notice comes, and then our attorney will meet with them, talk about what that means, how can they resolve it if it's a pay or vacate situation. If it turns into an eviction, an unlawful detainer, we are a part of a team of folks who then provide counsel to that individual. Bankruptcy, someone has medical debt, other debt, they can have a consultation, and then our volunteers will help them vacate that bankruptcy, that debt. Some folks have come to us because they've been terminated from employment and doesn't feel fair and right to them. And sometimes we're able just to provide, through our attorneys, not me, through our attorneys, some guidance about, is it fair? Is it lawful? What's the recourse? People come about lemon cars, and not everything that people bring to us can we help. But I think the real asset of our program is we have a walk-in clinic, and we have this opportunity and sort of almost the dignity to talk to someone to find out, does this issue have a legal recourse? We had a great space that worked for us when we moved there. We started at Okanagan and the old Deaconess building, and then transitioned into the space at 18 South Mission, and is a little over 1,000 square feet. Didn't have any windows and didn't have any really street parking, just street parking, no specific parking, just a couple of office spaces, one private meeting space, and including meeting staff were sharing offices. So this space that's 5,000 square feet offers us opportunity for private consultations, more of them, more flexibility, because sometimes we have to say no to the volunteer attorney because our office space wasn't available for that consultation. So now we have a lot more opportunity to say yes, and we have this new community space. And again, we really see ourselves as like building bridges and working together with folks. So having a space that other members can use is a part of it too.
And it is election day, and folks in our area, you need to determine the outcome of several tax and fire district measures by close of business today. 3 Chelan County fire districts have items on the ballot: a levy lift in Dryden, a $15 million bond for facility improvements in Lake Wenatchee, and the addition of 2 fire commissioners in Manson. The city of Wenatchee will also learn the fate of its proposed sales tax to pay for street improvements through the creation of a transportation benefit district that would encompass the city. Primary races in Chelan County with multiple candidates include Chelan City Council and the Cashmere and Manson school boards in Okanagan and Douglas counties. The Public Hospital District is asking voters to approve a special $1.4 million one-year property tax to expand healthcare facilities and services. As of this morning, turnout, not much. So first of all, in Douglas County, if you're a registered voter in Douglas County, you probably didn't get a ballot at all. They only mailed out 1,457 ballots. That's it in Douglas County. And they've only gotten back 245 ballots. That's a 17% turnout. Chelan County, as of this morning, turnout is 23.4%. In Okanagan County, 22%. And you have until 8 o'clock to get your vote in and use the drop box. If you stick in the mail, it ain't going to count. That's the news at 21 minutes after the hour. Keep yourself in the loop by watching our newscast, the NCWLIFE Evening News at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That's the traditional airing on TV. Most people, or I would say, well, probably now most people don't consume TV the old-fashioned way. They watch it when they want to watch it. That's cool. We got you covered. Our news will be posted on the internet, specifically our homepage, ncwlife.com, and on our YouTube page as well, so you can watch the news when you want to. And don't forget, we have an app. If you haven't downloaded the app, do it. There's the QR code right there. Still to come, sports, the Obscura holidays, the Today in History, some celebrity birthdays, an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and we talked to Marco Martinez and Bonnie Orr. It's your chance to become a WSU Master Gardener. Classes are coming up, but the deadline to sign up is right around the corner. That conversation too. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Sports at 24 minutes after the hour. The Seattle Mariners host the Chicago White Sox tonight. They begin a 3-game series. Seattle is 60-53 overall. They are 31-25 at home. The Mariners have hit 159 home runs so far this season. That's 4th in Major League Baseball. For the White Sox, they're still the White Sox. They're 18-38 on the road. They are 42-70 overall, and they are 21-53 in games when they have given up at least 1 home run. So hit a dinger, Seattle. That'll improve your odds. Brian Wu will start for Seattle. Chicago will counter with Davis Martin. First pitch on Root Sports is at 6:40. The Mariners and the A's didn't play yesterday. The rest of the division did. Astros beat the Marlins 8-2, so the Mariners are now 3 games back of Houston. The Rangers are 4.5 games back. They beat my Yankees, who all of a sudden can't win a baseball game. The final there was 8-5. The Angels knocked off the Rays. The Angels are 8 games back of the Astros. Well, the Wenatchee Apple Sox roared out to a 10-0 lead after just 3.5 innings, and they cruised from there 13-3. the final last night over Kelowna on the road. It's their final series of the year. Wenatchee recorded 4 different multi-run innings. All 9 starters got at least 1 hit. The Apple Sox scored 6 2-out runs, and they hit double-digit runs for the 12th time this season. Elijah Paleo and Noah Fields keyed the offensive outburst with 4 hits apiece. Paleo alone drove in 3 runs and scored 3 himself. Wenatchee looks to record its 7th 30-win season tonight. If they win, it'll be their 30th victory of the year. They'll take on Kelowna at 6:35. To the scoreboard, the big scores you need to look at, the second and third scores. They played a doubleheader, Edmonton and Victoria. Edmonton won the opener 10-1, and Victoria won the nightcap 7-5. Nanaimo knocked off Bellingham. Kamloops over Port Angeles. Springfield winners Portland and Ridgefield. So where are we on this? The West Coast playoff picture in the North Division looks something like this. Bellingham is already clinched the #1 seed by winning the first half title. Right now, Edmonton has the inside track for the #2 seed if they win the second half title. They are tied with Victoria, and they both are playing each other with 2 games left. But all Edmonton needs to do is split their 4-game series, and they will be the #2 seed. They hold the tiebreaker over Victoria. Wenatchee right now, well, is locked in probably at #4. There's a very, very outside chance that Wenatchee can move up to the #3, but it's probably not going to happen. So if it stands today, by the close of the day tomorrow, it looks like it'll be Bellingham coming to Paul Thomas Senior Field for the opening round of the playoffs Friday at 6:35. Regardless of who's coming, we will be there with our cameras and our camera operators. Don't work it the other way. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this 5th day of August. You can celebrate the following obscure holidays. Today is National Oyster Day. Love to suck them oysters down. National Work Like a Dog Day. Of all the dogs I've ever owned, they were kind of lazy. No, in honor of National Underwear Day today, I have decided to wear underwear. I must admit, it took me a while to find it, but it turns out I have underwear. People have, of course, preferences for their undergarments, boxers, briefs, tighty-whities, whatever the case may be. This fun little fact crossed my desk as I was doing my underwear homework. The average woman owns 20 pairs of underwear for everyday use, and they own 14 extra pairs of underwear for special occasions. Okay. And the popularity of nude colors has been skyrocketing over the last 10 years. Basically, underwear that looks like your skin. Why, I don't know. I was happy enough to find a pair so I could wear a pair today on National Underwear Day. It's 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history. There she goes. A lot of people forget. I did until this day rolls around, that the Mayflower had a sister ship, a companion ship called the Speedwell. Well, on this date in 1620, 405 years ago today, the Mayflower and the Speedwell depart from Southampton Dock, carrying their would-be settlers on their first attempt to reach North America. It didn't go very well. After just a couple of days, the Speedwell sprung a leak, and they had to go back to the dock and fix the Speedwell. Then they tried again, and the Speedwell sprang another leak, and then they said to heck with it. And about 20 pilgrims who were supposed to be on the Speedwell ended up cramming themselves into the Mayflower, which was already way overcrowded. And the rest of the folks who were supposed to travel across the Atlantic on the Speedwell, they just went back to Holland and, I don't know, waited, took the bus or something. So the Mayflower departed for the first attempt. It would take a few more. Turns out war costs money. And Abe Lincoln looked at the checkbook during the Civil War and said, hey, we're running out of dough. So in order to help pay for the Civil War, the United States government levies the first income tax. It was called the Revenue Act of 1861, happened on this date in 1861. The tax was 3% of all incomes over $800, which was a lot of money. It was rescinded, by the way, 11 years later. So the first income tax, happy birthday to that, if there is one, and August 5th, 1962. 63 years ago today, actress Marilyn Monroe found dead at her home from a drug overdose. So We are told it's been 63 years and people still think something untoward happened to Marilyn. Birthdays. One heavenly birthday. First man on the moon. Neil Armstrong, born in the state in 1930. Yep, he would have been 95 years old today. Died at the age of 82 in 2012. Nobody will ever take that away from him. First man on the moon. Of course, since the moon has no atmosphere, his footprint is still up there. And we lost Lonnie Anderson on Sunday. She died Sunday at the age of 79. I love WKRP in Cincinnati. I have the complete DVD box set. She was really good there. Of course, she was married to Burt Reynolds, which didn't turn out so good. Lonnie Anderson would have been 80 years old today. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. There's silver, there's gold, and then there's platinum. That's pretty good. Thanks, Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Mike McKnight got an opinion right around the corner. And then if you've ever wanted to be a master gardener, you can't just write a check and get a certificate. You got to learn how to become a master gardener. It's pretty cool, and the folks who are putting it together will be joining me when we come back. Bonnie Orr, longtime master gardener, nearly 30 years on the job, and the man who coordinates the whole thing, Marco Martinez. They'll be joining me right around the corner. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. It's time to enjoy one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
It's the NCWLIFE Community Calendar presentation of Apple Valley Honda. The Comedy of Errors is this year's short Shakespearean production at the Riverside Playhouse. A cast of 59 local youths ages 1 to 17 will take the stage. Tickets can be had at the Numerica Pack box office. This year's Hot August Nights production is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, the musical, running through August 16th at the Numerica Pack. Produced by Jamie Donegan and directed by Christina Capehart. For tickets, go to the Numerica Pack website.
Such a good time together, and it's only just begun. Got loud guitars, a little out of tune, but they ain't got a girl like you. And I know I'm all over the road, and I can't help but go. Little bit of left, little bit of right. It's hard.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm the behavior manager down here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and this is Miss Pepe. She is a 6-year-old, what we originally thought was a Shar-Pei mix, and she is actually a Husky, Malamute, Pit Bull, and Labrador mix. She was a stray when she first came in, and she was a bit of a shy girl when she first got here, but as you can see, she is actually quite an active lady. So Miss Pepe has been here since end of October with us, and she has not had a whole lot of visibility or interest from the public. She is quite an active girl. She loves playing fetch. She is really good with a tennis ball. She absolutely loves playing tug with a toy. She loves going on walks, and she is also has quite a lot of fun playing in a swimming pool. We have some kiddie pools out for our dogs in the hot afternoons out here. And as you can see, she is very treat motivated. So Pepe is doing a really great job learning some basic skills here at the shelter. She's still working on a little bit of her leash walking skills, and she's working on no jumping and some basic manners like that. So Miss Pepe was a stray, and so we're not sure how she would do in a home with cats. We have done some testing with other dogs, and what we found is she is a little frustrated, gets kind of annoyed with some of her noisy neighbors here at the shelter. So we would say, if anything, Miss Pepe would be pretty okay with a very polite dog in the home, or she would do great in a home without other dogs, but she would probably be okay with dogs in the neighborhood. So that's kind of the home that she would be most successful with. If you're interested in coming down and meeting Miss Pepe, we are open Wednesdays by appointment only, and then every other day of the week we're open from 12:30 to 6. You can just stop on by and check in at the front desk, and you can come in and do a meet and greet with Miss Pepe.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
What do you think of that?
Pretty big, I like it.
Watch for new episodes of the Northwest Outdoorsman on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNulty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, a political personality, a man suspected of planning on running for president, is selling Bibles. Okay, all right, a little look. I'm a fan of the Bible. I read some of it almost every day, and I do try, with limited success, I admit, to follow Jesus' teachings. But are we really expected to believe that this politician cum Bible salesman's motive is anything less than pandering to curry the favor of evangelicals? I mean, come on, gosh. Look, vote for the guy if you want to. But believing the shameless move with Bible sales is anything more than a brazen attempt to manipulate people is ridiculous. This is Mike Mad Dog McNulty, and that's my opinion.
Oh, happy day, Wenatchee Valley. Collins Fashions is looking forward to our famous summer weather. We are fully stocked with shorts, capris, skirts, tees, and tanks. Summer dresses have all arrived in many styles and colors. Special occasion dresses are on full display, and we have something for everyone. Collins is your Brighton headquarters with jewelry, handbags, charms, and sunglasses. We invite you to visit Collins, where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
2. We have returned at the beautiful Community Education Garden right here at the corner of Western and Springwater, right adjacent to the True Fruit Research Center. And we're here to talk about the WSU Master Gardeners Program. You've heard about it, you've thought about it. You said, you know, maybe I want to be a Master Gardener. Well, this lovely young lady to my immediate left, I'm sorry, your name again?
Bonnie, I think.
Bonnie Orr, welcome to the program, by the way. It's nice meeting you.
Thanks.
Has been a Master Gardener. How long have you been a Master Gardener?
This is my 29th year.
29th year, so she was, in fact, ironically enough, it's her 29th year as a Master Gardener, and she's 29 years old. So, amazing thing. I love you. Marco Gonzalez is the program coordinator. Marco Martinez is the program coordinator for the WSU Master Gardeners program here in our area. It's time to go back to school. It's time to, if you want to become one, this is the time to do it. 2 ways to go about doing it as far as the money. First of all, there's a couple of changes, Marco, from previous years as far as when it starts and how you go about doing it. Things are, for those people who have maybe done it before, things are a little different now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having us this morning to chat about it. So normally the training would start in January, but we're moving it up to October. There's some changes at the state level that's impacting us. There's some in the past, the local Master Gardener programs have had some latitude as to when they start the training. Now every program across the state is going to start in October. So our application period is now as opposed to in the fall. So we're accepting applications for the Master Gardener track of what we call Washington Green School. And Washington Green School is a new creation. Again, at the state level, they decided to create 2 tracks. One for people who want to become Master Gardeners and have that annual commitment of volunteering with our program and benefiting our community. And the other track is what we call the Washington Gardener Certificate. And that's aimed at people who simply want the education. It's strictly online with access to online course and a couple of live sessions via Zoom every week to kind of reinforce the information. But we're accepting applications for the local Master Gardener track right now through the end of August.
WSU as the overseer of the entire Master Gardeners program for the state, then there's individual chapters depending on your geographic location throughout the state of Washington, correct?
Correct.
So, and how many chapters are there altogether?
There's one in every county, and some of them are combined like ours. For example, Yakima and Kittitas are combined, Chelan and Douglas are combined. So yeah, we cover Chelan, Douglas counties.
And of course, being a gardener in this neck of the woods is a joy. We get all 4 seasons in abundance, but spring, summer, and fall, if you know what you're doing,
and
you're
175 frost-free days, so we have a really long gardening period.
And a tremendous amount of things you can grow, and a tremendous amount of food and plants and shrubs that just thrive in this area.
Indeed. But you know, one of the things that's really interesting about becoming a Master Gardener is that you become educated about how to really nurture pollinators, how to conserve water, how to use fertilizer correctly. I mean, it's more than just deadheading and weeding. You know, we really, we're a group of educators, which is really weird because what we're really doing is that we learn the knowledge and then we share it either one-on-one or with a small group. And I love clinic. Okay, that's like a mystery to me. I love figuring out what a weed is. I love being able to solve a problem. It's cool.
I guess that leads to the question, the obvious question: who teaches the courses? I mean, who teaches the teachers? I guess.
So
how does that work?
So I mentioned earlier the 2 tracks. So if you're going through the Master Gardener track, it's going to give you access to the online portion of the content. There's a new manual that's out, 29 chapters, and they cover a variety of gardening topics, botany, entomology, soil science. But beyond that, if you're going through the Master Gardener track, you have access to, I want to say, about 15 local classes that are taught by people like Bonnie. Bonnie teaches some of the classes. And some of those will happen in a classroom, traditional, here's a presentation, some small group sessions. But next year, or this next training session, we're going to be doing more in the field learning, more hands-on. For example, the pruning is going to be done here at the Community Education Garden.
And the rose pruning.
Yeah. We'll teach you how to do it, and then we'll put you to work doing it. So that's the best way to learn.
Thanks to Green Thumbs and Dirty Knees, I know how to prune roses. I also discovered they're really hard to kill. Anybody can sign up. It's not an age limit or anything like that, but some people probably could benefit from this more than others. Basically, people who do this kind of thing for a living, as far as doing landscaping and stuff like that. They could probably use this.
So that's kind of where the first track, the Washington Gardener Certificate track, comes in. It's ideal for people who want the knowledge without the commitment of being a Master Gardener volunteer. Because to be a Master Gardener, it does require a commitment of time. You're required, in order to maintain certification, to put in a minimum of 35 hours of volunteer hours.
That's all? 35?
Yeah, that's all. And you do a lot more than that. And 10 hours of continuing education every year to maintain certification. But if you choose the certificate track, you're just doing the online portion of the training. You have no volunteer commitment. So it's ideal for parks departments, landscape companies, if they want their employees to kind of get next level knowledge on soil science, lawn maintenance, pruning. Yeah, it's perfect for that. And the classes start in October and they go through February. It's typically a slower season for those companies and for those parks departments. So yeah, it's ideal.
Bonnie, how much has the curriculum changed over the last 3 decades, over the last 30 years? How much has changed from when you became a Master Gardener to today? Because you have to keep up with things. Things are static.
Okay. The curriculum definitely has changed. The people who teach it have changed. The original class, we pretty much just used the PhDs from the Tree Fruit Research Center. That's who taught us originally. And now we have a wide variety of people who have professional interest in other ways. Like we have somebody who's retired from the Forest Service, somebody else, who's retired. Well, for Firewise, we have somebody who was at the Washington, D.C. level to help us learn how to create Firewise landscapes.
Experts in their fields.
Right.
I'm Joe Smith, and I know about xeriscape, and I'm Bob, and I know about irrigation.
Exactly.
And some of our local experts, like Connie, are being asked to teach in other counties. Yeah. So it's not uncommon. Connie will visit Yakima, and Al Murphy has gone to a few different counties here in the last few months, and will do so in the fall. And
I know you love gardening. Do you love teaching? Do you get that? I know a lot of teachers. I got family who are teachers, and they live for that epiphany when a student gets it and they're moving forward and they've got momentum and they're getting good at something that they want to be good at.
Sometimes I like teaching the larger classes, but also I like to do the thing most Master Gardeners do, and that is you're teaching one-on-one. You're helping somebody figure out why that dry patch in their lawn persists, And so it's sort of, let's ask some more questions. So it's that type of education too.
Marco, you mentioned a lot of this is online. So how much the online stuff as opposed to getting your thumbs green and your knees dirty kind of stuff? There's a lot of that you can learn online without having a practical application.
Correct. So if you're doing the certificate track, the Washington Gardener Certificate track, it's strictly online. If you're doing the Master Gardener track, you're getting the online, but also access to the local instruction. And the beauty of it is that it's science-based. It's mainly WSU backed research. So we're not kind of Googling and see what, is talcum powder going to work on my tomatoes?
Exactly. And people do come to us and say, I tried this old wives thing, and we're going, we don't have a lot of science based for that. Let's try something different.
And Washington State University is among the world leaders in this field. Mm-hmm. They're as good as they get.
Yeah, that's why WSU Extension was created, was to get the knowledge that's already being created there at the university level and get it out to the different counties across the state.
As Marco mentioned, there are 2 ways to go about doing it, and there's 2 different price points. If you are choosing to volunteer, it's a little cheaper. Talk about that.
Correct. So if you're choosing the Master Gardener track, it's $275 for the training. If you're choosing the Washington Gardner Certificate Track, it's $550 for the training. The thought is if you're going to volunteer, you're going to be giving your time, that's worth something. So the price point is lower for that.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. What class do you enjoy teaching the most? I mean, you have an expertise.
Bonnie's terrific at Plant Clinic, and we do that every Monday at the Wenatchee Library from 1 to 4, and that's where people come in and they want to talk to Master Gardener one-on-one, and Bonnie's just great at that.
Thank you. Well, I teach composting sometimes, and I teach about using water wisely, and I did one on irrigation with Mike Hammer. I do lots of drop-in type classes. I don't have a favorite.
That's good though. That's good. Is there a limit on enrollment? Is it anybody whose check clears the bank, you're in the class and let's go, or is
Correct.
it like okay?
Yeah. And so we're hoping to draw anywhere from 20 to 25 trainees. That's kind of our sweet spot, but we'll take more. We'll find a spot.
And the deadline is August 30th, and it begins in October, and your time commitment is through February, but it's not a huge time commitment, correct?
Correct. And that again, but there is more than the online part if you're doing the local training, the Master Gardener training. So you'll be taking classes probably through May or June, and they'll be They'll be Saturday mornings mostly. And for example, we're going to do the pruning one in March when it's time to prune.
And I do a field trip up at Rocky Reach Dam where we look at all sorts of horticultural problems. So that's an entire morning in June.
And we'll do another field trip up to a blueberry farm up in up in Chelan, and you'll learn how to prune blueberries. And they also have an apple orchard, and so you'll learn about maintaining fruit tree health.
They also have great pie too. If you want to go by the restaurant, I've put on a few pounds from that. So there you go. If you're willing to volunteer, it's cheaper. If volunteering ain't your thing, you just want that certificate, it's a little more expensive. People want to. Hopefully, we planted a seed. Pardon the pun. How do they go about doing it, my friend?
So if you want to know whether the Gardener Certificate Track or the Master Gardener Track is for you, I suggest that you go to the website. It's called greenschool.extension.wsu.edu, and it explains. There's a chart there that explains what you get with both tracks. And if you figure the Master Gardener Track is for you, please let me know sometime before the end of August. You can email me, marco.martinez@wsu.edu, or you can call the Chelan County Extension Office at 509-667-6540.
Bonnie's itching to say something.
No.
You're jumping up and down.
No. I'm just jumping because I just have lots of energy.
Do you get one of those cool little tags and you go all the way through?
Yes, when you become certified, you do get a name tag, and you get a vest or an apron.
And then you get buttons that say how many years you've been doing.
We have great volunteers like Bonnie. We have about 100 active volunteers in our group, and they come from all walks of life. A good number of them are retired. Some of them are still working. So it's from all walks of life and a lot of different personalities,
and
a lot of energy.
Interesting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. From all walks of life.
Yeah.
So you can never be too old or too young to become a Master Gardener. Again, just get a hold of Marco directly. He'll walk you through everything you need to know. But don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. August 30th is a drop-dead deadline. If you wake up September 1st, you're out. Anything else? How's your garden going? Anything else from the summer 2025 you want to touch on while we have you here?
Right this minute, of course, I take a glass of wine out in the evening and look at my garden, and I saw that I have a little infestation of aphids that I'm going to have to deal with this afternoon.
Okay. Well, you are a Master Gardener.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Yes.
And safely.
Bonnie, you're a Master Gardener for 29 years. She was 30 when she got her Master Gardener thing. Marco, it's always good to see you, my friend.
Likewise.
Take some downtime. Will you take next week off?
Okay.
Really?
I'll give it a shot.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
The pitch by Busich. Swung on a miss. The Wenatchee Apple Sox are back in the playoffs. Join NCW Life Channel this Friday for Game 1 of the West Coast League North Division playoffs. It's brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. NCW Life Channel, your local TV station.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Such a good time together, and it's only just begun. Got loud guitars, a little out of tune, but they ain't got a girl like you. And I know I'm all over the road, and I can't help but go. Little bit of left, little bit of right. It's hard.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Still quite a bit of cloud cover. They'll be thinning out as the day progresses. We're at 66 degrees, so we haven't really warmed up much. It's very chilly, especially by August standards. Out in the Columbia Basin, it's only 59. In Moses Lake, it's only 57. In Ephrata, Ephrata's almost 9 degrees cooler than we are. Why, I don't know. Warm spot right now is Omak at 68 degrees. And for the next, today is going to be fairly mild. We're going to see the clouds again depart as we get deeper and deeper into Tuesday. By the time we get to mid-afternoon, it'll be quite a bit of sunshine. But then a weather system is going to roll in tonight. It's going to cloud us up. It looks pretty cloudy all day Wednesday and a lot cooler, and maybe even some rain. Best chance of rain is actually going to be Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. I have about a 40% chance of thunderstorms on Wednesday night, or at least some scattered showers. As you know by now, we are way deep into a drought. We're way behind where we should be. Rainfall-wise, not only for the rainfall season, which runs from October 1st to September 30th, but for the calendar year itself. And this has been an ongoing concern for quite some time. So in detail from the National Weather Service, here's what we're looking at. Again, it's going to be cloudy most of the day today in the morning hours. By the time we get to the afternoon, the sun will be popping up. We'll get to about 86 for the record. That's exactly what we hit yesterday. Our normal high, by the way, is 89 degrees. So clouds this morning, sunshine this afternoon, and then the clouds come right back, probably while we're sleeping. In fact, between 2 a.m. to about sunrise tomorrow, we could even get a light raindrop or two. 65 for the overnight low. And as this weather system moves into our region overnight tonight into Wednesday, it's going to be a little breezy at times as well. Just in the overnight hours, there's no real wind in the forecast on Wednesday. Wednesday is not going to feel at all like August. How's 73 sound? With lots of clouds and deeper into the day, a better chance of rain starting at about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We could get a raindrop or two and even a pop-up thunderstorm during the warmest part of the day on Wednesday. Chance of rain goes down to 30% on Wednesday night. We'll get down to 59 for the overnight low, roughly 59 or 60 on Wednesday night. We turn the corner on Thursday, still going to be cool. You know, again, our normal high is about 89. We're only going to get to about 77 on Thursday because it is going to usher in some of that cooler air. But we will see some sunshine for the most part on Thursday, and then we start feeling like August again. Right back up to 86 and then to 90 to 94 to 97. So we're going to be riding the temperature roller coaster for a good part of the week after we get through the clouds and the rain tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a pretty good dose of rain without thunderstorms associated with it Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. I guess we shall see. Have a good and safe Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.